Looks exotic and way too expensive? Then that car must belong to some celebrity. Get ready to be amazed by the rides your favorite celebrities own. Number 10. Britney Spears' faux Louis Vuitton Hummer. Well, Britney Spears did it again after she was caught up in a huge controversy over her car known as a Hummer Louis Vuitton of around $100,000. But don't let the name fool you, the famous clothing brand never gave the singer this pink Hummer. She herself painted it pink and covered the interior with Louis Vuitton patterns. What's more, things got worse when this pickup appeared in the Do Something video clip along with the brand's signature flowers. The Paris firm was horrified by the video and ordered Spears and her record company to stop broadcasting it in Europe. In the end, the court ruled in favor of Louis Vuitton. Let's just hope Britney doesn't do it again. Number 9. Justin Bieber's Chrome Fisker Karma. Since his rise to stardom, pop idol Justin Bieber has been seen driving the most luxurious and flashy rides. But none stands out more than his silver chrome Fisker Karma. Surprisingly enough, Justin didn't buy this vehicle. It was actually a gift from his manager for his 18th birthday. Looks like as soon as Justin got it, he immediately took it to West Coast Customs for a shiny youthful touch that would surely blind anyone who sees it. Check out the bling on that machine, which, by the way, goes for $102,000. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin had a blast with his fans in this car. Number 8. Paris Hilton's Bentley Continental GT. Paris Hilton is a controversial figure, especially due to the amount of money she wastes. She spends on things many consider useless. With all her millions, Paris Hilton decided to live the Barbie life she always wanted, so she obviously needed the classic pink car.
I'm tour guide Barbie! Please keep your hands, arms, and accessories inside the car.
That's how this $3,000 Bentley Continental GT became famous. Besides, this glamorous Bentley has her initials PH embedded in red and white stones. That way everyone knows who this ride belongs to if it's parked in the street. The company responsible for making this vehicle more feminine was the usual West Coast Customs. Some modifications included adding a pink grille, Baroque-style tires, a whole custom interior, a subwoofer sound system in the trunk, and cover it with the Bentley Paris Hilton pattern. Hilton surely loves imposing her style on everything she touches, and this Bentley was no exception. Do you think she resembles Barbie in this car? Number 7. Nicki Minaj's Lamborghini Aventador. Singer Nicki Minaj really loves pink, whether it's in her hair, outfits, or even her own music album, and if it wasn't clear enough, she also turned her car pink. However, this choice of colors is not only because of the singer's eccentric taste, but actually a marketing strategy, since the color of the car had to match the logo of her new clothing line. Well, you know what they say, pink is the new black, and I think everyone already noticed.
And now you kicking and screaming a big toddler.
This vehicle has a price tag of $400,000, not mentioning the paint cost, which I believe wasn't cheap. Number 6. Meghan Markle's Jaguar E-Type. Every great wedding needs a royal carriage, so the groom and bride can depart to their happy ending. For actress Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, the chosen car was a Jaguar E-Type. The couple surrendered not only to its beauty, but also its environmental concept, since it was an electric vehicle. How modern! Looks like this new technological revolution already made its way to more vintage rides, which is good for environmentalist people fans of these old gems. For the embodiment of this classic, they settled for a 1968 1.5 Series Jaguar E-Type Roadster and placed a 220 kilowatt electric engine. This feature and a 40 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack make this vehicle 101 pounds lighter than the original model. But it isn't all about the engine. The car also got more up-to-date and stylish LED headlights of lower consumption. This model has a price of $450,000, and the icing on the cake certainly was their decision to place the steering wheel on the left, unlike the traditional position in the United Kingdom. The wedding was indeed a symbol of change and rebellion against the conservative protocol, and the Jaguar E-Type was a short proof of that. Number 5. Kanye West's Mercedes SLR. When hip-hop singer Kanye West joined the Kardashian clan, you knew things would get more outlandish and over the top. Moreover, like the rest of the clan, the rapper has no problem spending ridiculous amounts of money as long as he gets the toy he wants. Just check out this Mercedes-Benz SLR Sterling Moss. Looks good, doesn't it? Well, let me tell you, it goes for $1,060,000. So expensive! But if you take a glance at its leather-trimmed interior, you'll realize it's worth every penny and understand why Kanye West had to own it. There are only 75 of these beauties in the world, and now one of them belongs to the singer. Since it has no windshield, Kanye can look cool wearing sunglasses while driving. Number 4. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Pagani Huayra. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson made Hollywood his new ring. However, this time he doesn't crush other wrestlers, but box office records, as well as some villains in movies. Amazing! But the People's Champ needs a machine to suit his status, which is why he flaunted this Pagani Huayra in Miami. This happened during the Season 2 premiere of Ballers to give kudos to the vehicles of the series. This ride fetches up to $1,300,000. Although this model became more famous thanks to The Rock, it actually belongs to Brett David, owner of Prestige Imports and Pagani Miami. But don't worry about The Rock, I'm sure you'd also feel great cruising around the streets of Miami in this beauty. However, The Rock could barely get in the car since his 6'4" in size didn't let him fully stretch his legs. I know he prefers more extreme rides like those he drives in Fast and Furious. Number 3. Janis Joplin's Porsche 356 turned psychedelic. Every witch needs her broom to move around. And for the cosmic witch, Janis Joplin, it was her psychedelic Porsche 356C 1600 SC Cabriolet. In the 1960s, style held great significance for the hippie movement, so Joplin asked Dave Richard to paint her car and add some soul like hers.
We got it made, maybe you and me now.
The artist decided to paint what he thought was the history of the universe, including the portrait of Joplin and other band members. The result was a mix of colors that today is considered a masterpiece of the hippie era. This astonishing machine drew so much attention that it was easily spotted every time it was parked. Her car was finally sold for $1,760,000. Wouldn't you like people to recognize your car as well? Number 2. John Lennon's Phantom V. John Lennon, leader of the Beatles, drove his fans crazy with his beautiful music in stadiums. He also drove vintage enthusiasts crazy, but not in a good way, after he turned his Rolls-Royce Phantom V into the wheeled version of the Yellow Submarine.
Yellow submarine, yellow submarine.
The Beatle was grooving to the psychedelia of the 60s and portrayed it in his songs, outfits, and albums. Remember Sgt. Pepper's? So it was expected that his machine did the same. That's why his classic Rolls-Royce became electric yellow and bedecked with zodiac symbols, which made it look more like a gypsy caravan. Nowadays, this vintage ride is less controversial and considered a 60s symbol, despite looking like a car Austin Powers could have driven. Currently, the vehicle surpassed its original price and fetches up to $5,200,000, so maybe those colors did help after all. Number 1. Birdman's Maybach Accelero. Although his best hits stayed back in the 90s, rapper Birdman still makes people talk, and proof of this is the $8 million Maybach Accelero that he paid for. This model was commissioned by the company Fulda to test their high-speed tires. Besides, it was made by Daimler's high-end division and introduced in Berlin in 2005. It bears a twin-turbo V12 engine with 700 horsepower, which is why it was so expensive. Incredible! Of course, no one thought someone would pay such a huge amount for this vehicle. However, Birdman set his eyes on it and wrote the check with no intention of haggling. For a rapper who has money to spare and a desire for extravagant cars, this surely is nothing. Well, it's time to get off the ride. Tell me, would you like to have any of these cars, or is it too much? Tell me in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss another interesting video.